CJ looking great. No-look pass. Texans open against the Colts.
That's really a thing.
Week 1. The no-look pass?
Yeah.
I put 2 in Weird and Wonderful. Weird. Pacers in Boston, time winding down in the 3rd. Halliburton gets this one to go. You know what, Brew? I will count off the backboard. You can't count that.
Why not?
I would have waved it off. Off the backboard, off the rim, off the back of the rim again. Off the backboard.
It went through
twice,
the hoop.
Twice off the backboard.
It went through the net.
I would have waved,
Okay?
I would have waved it
He
off.
made 2 crazy shots.
Buzzer beaters, by any means necessary. Inside the flow of the offense doesn't count.
Oh, fine.
If it's in the quarter or half, it's fine.
Like
Y'all were
politics,
so
both unhappy.
good that you have
No,
to
we
raise the
just,
standard
I'm
like
sorry,
that?
Brew,
Is
we
that
have
what it
high
is?
standards. My
Rodgers,
goodness.
no look. I'm telling you, this Jets defense just wide open. Just wide open, Greg. Jets open the season in San Francisco. That'll be a 30-point loss, September 9th. Weird, Rangers and Phillies. Corey Seager deep and gone off the nachos. The umpires didn't know what was going on. Thought there was a chance that the fan threw the nachos onto the field until they realized no one would throw nachos that they just bought onto the field. The ball hit it. Not enough, though. Phillies win. Phillies best team in baseball right now, 35-14. Wonderful. Back to Boston. Pacers up 3. Are you fouling here, Brew? Right there, foul.
I think
You had a moment, but you still risky. Like I said, I just switch and deny.
Okay.
and don't guard the rim. If they get a layup.
Right.
Yeah, that was
that's
silly.
the thing. You could have put 5 guys on the.
That's what I thought they
three-point
should have
line.
done.
Yeah.
And just
Also,
They've done that.
do you have more, sir?
I got lots more. Wonderful. Bears OTAs. This is for you.
Oh, thanks.
Caleb out here. Play breaks down, so he takes off.
No, that's unfair.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm watching a Twitter video.
I'm just saying it looks like he's.
There was no line.
I know, but he got.
The coach pointed. He
He
said
got nervous.
go that way.
He got nervous and took off.
Okay. Wow. You guys are clowns.
What do you want me to say?
Accurate reporting.
Josh, give me a thumbs up. Wonderful Tigers Royals. Bobby Witt Jr. 468 feet into the fountains. Tons of fountains in KC.
Can I give you an update?
No.
Nice.
2 home runs on the night. Is it an in-game update? Go ahead.
11 strikeouts through less than 6 innings for Cole Reagans right now. 11 Ks. Oh, Kerry Woodwatch is on. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
man.
Take him out, unfortunately. That's the problem.
Dolphins were hot, except when they were not. Mike McDaniel looking to change the perception / facts that the Dolphins go cold when it gets cold. Take a listen.
I think, well, if you're wanting to change the narrative, you're going to have an opportunity. I think that the opportunities down the stretch of the season are ones that this team at that point in time will be thirsting for. That's something that, when I saw the schedule, I was pretty excited.
Okay. Here's Tua in the cold, Brew. 0-6. Touchdown interception.
46? Ouch. We've now upped it. It used to be 45.
46, not even
We've
that.
now
When did it
done
become
46.
Hooded sweatshirt weather. It's
That's
totally
basically
fine. Put
warm.
on a nice sweater. Brew, do you think Miami can turn this around?
Let me do it this way. Ask you guys.
Here
a
we
question.
go.
You've all seen break dancers, right? Before cardboard out on the street.
Yeah, we've seen it, bro.
Have they ever done it when it's cold? It's usually nice weather when they're break dancing, right?
I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. I'm going to have to check.
I mean, mostly, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Your joints get tight.
Yeah.
You can't pop
really a
lock like
winter-
you used to in the
It's true.
nice weather. No. All right. And first of all, it's not just Tua. This team since 1966 is 25, 49, and 1.
I mean, they're
when
probably-
it's 40 degrees or under. You can look at it 2 ways. You can say, bro, the 70s, the 80s, that doesn't count. Or you can say, wow, this is a real large sample size. All right. So I'm just saying. And then Tua. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They've lost their last 10 games in 45-degree weather or worse. And you saw the numbers. His numbers are dramatically different. And I get it. Your numbers are going to be a little less in the cold weather. But can we get a W? So, no, I'm sorry. And I like Mike McDaniel, and Tua's okay.
What in the world are you doing?
What?
It's pretty
Boy,
good.
you were reaching so far down. Like
Where's the W?
None of these players care about 25 and 49 and 1966 football.
Well, let's just talk about 0 and 10 then. How about that?
Look, the fact of the matter is what their coach is saying is factual. like we are going to put a magnifying glass on the late November game in Green Bay.
Supposed to be 25 degrees.
The late
They gonna be
the late game against Cleveland.
24 degrees.
The late game here against the Jets.
Supposed to be 27 degrees.
Oh,
So
they're
for
in
me,
trouble.
when I look at this, they do need to prove this point. However, if I am Miami, I would be trying to do what every team in the National Football League is believing that they can do this season. Be the number 1 overall seed.
Yes.
And have teams come to you.
Yeah, well, that part's definitely true.
Yeah, of
but,
course,
but in
that's
order
nice.
to do that, they're going to have
Right.
to succeed in some
Yes.
of these cold weather games.
And you played
So
in
I-
cold weather your whole career, or most of it. That's why you feel different.
So
Those boys don't want that cold.
hold on. So
And
can
the boys in the cold don't want to go down to that heat.
all right, so can I say something that I think you guys are going to scoff at, but I believe is true? In that playoff game in Kansas City. Now that was the 3rd coldest game ever. So now we're talking extremes.
Those are right.
On one sideline, you have Andy Reid with damn stalactites hanging from his mustache.
Disgusting.
And just coaching. And Mike McDaniel, from the moment they first showed him, looked miserable. I think Mike has done everything to try to pump up Tua smartly. I also think he's a brilliant coach. I think that dealing with the cold starts with him. I think
What do you want him to do? Wear a short sleeve
yes.
shirt? It's too cold.
Yes. No, well, that was too cold. No, that you couldn't have. You could lose an arm. But if it's November 3rd, they play Buffalo. According to my friends at the Farmer's Almanac, it's supposed to be 44 degrees that day. That's under that. I want him in joggers and a short sleeve shirt and
He
just
does like those joggers.
nothing's going on.
Yeah.
I
Thin pair of
think there
joggers.
is
Air
an
Force Ones or
element.
something.
Greg, you're rolling your eyes.
You did. Didn't
I
you
do
try
think
that
there
one?
is
I
an
like that.
element. In one of the most famous games in NFL history, we had an old man's face almost break apart in Tom
I buy
Coughlin,
it.
turning purple. And those Giants dealt with it, and their coach was dealing with it.
I
think it's...
And you're saying we didn't deal with
What?
it, and Mike McCarthy didn't deal with it.
Huh? I mean, the
We
Reds
just lost.
lied. I'm just telling. What I'm telling you is, I'm not saying you guys didn't deal with it. What I am saying is, I do think there is a sense of, from your coach and your quarterback, are we going to let the elements be a part of this story?
Yep.
And Mahomes clearly was like, no, we're not. And I'm saying I think Tua might need an assist in that, and I think the assist could come from Mike McDaniel.
I think you're on to something as it pertains to the quarterback. Not a single player gets dressed and looks at the coach. Let me see what coach got on. Let me see.
Well,
We don't care about that. But if you now, like Mike McCarthy did when we were in Chicago back in 11, 12, whatever, and we're losing or we're winning that game, and we came out the tunnel late at halftime, and we didn't have anything to play for, and he's all bundled up yelling at us, why are you guys late coming out? Myself, Brett Favre, Charles Woodson,
Yeah, exactly.
all of us. We're late coming out. And I'm like, man, you take all that stuff off.
Exactly.
Talk-
That's his take. That's my point.
Never did I think prior to the game, man, Mike even cold out here.
Yeah, well,
I know,
but
but
you
now-
did at some point. It
Yeah.
came in there.
because he challenged us
Right, yeah.
when it didn't matter.
You know what, Greg? You agree with me.
Yeah.
That's right. You agree with me. I mean, flatly, you agree with me.
Coming up next, a little Brock Purdy discussion. Better than ever, bro. You already led the league in